When you get rich, tell no one. I know, it sounds like something your weird, paranoid uncle would say, but hear me out, because it's actually some of the best financial advice you'll ever get. A lot of the wealthiest people I know look completely ordinary. They're driving a 10-year-old Honda Civic. They're wearing clothes from Target, and you would never guess they have an absolute fortune sitting in their account. My name's Nick, and I spend a lot of time thinking about money and, more importantly, why most people sabotage themselves the second they start building even a little bit of wealth. This video is for anyone who wants real financial freedom, not for people who just want to cosplay as rich with a bunch of luxury junk. Before we get into why you should keep your money quiet, let's do a quick gut check. When you picture being rich, what comes to mind? Is it posting a Lamborghini on Instagram? Buying a giant mansion with way too many rooms? Walking into a designer store and swiping your card without even looking at the price tag? Here's a crucial psychological insight. Most people don't actually want to be rich. They just want to look rich. And those are two completely different things. If we're being honest with ourselves, we say we want financial freedom or to take care of our parents. But deep down, a part of us also wants other people to know we leveled up. We want respect, admiration, maybe even a little bit of envy. Wanting recognition isn't a bad thing, but it becomes incredibly dangerous if you don't understand how it works. Because the moment you start showing off your money, you're painting a massive target on your back, not just for criminals, but for a whole host of social and psychological problems that will absolutely ruin your peace of mind. This brings us to a concept called stealth wealth. It's simple. You still accumulate serious money, but nobody around you knows it. People who practice stealth wealth live simply. They drive normal cars. They avoid lifestyle inflation, which is that trap of spending more just because you're making more. They can still enjoy their money, they just don't turn it into a public performance. So why is showing off your wealth the fastest way to lose both your money and your peace? First, there are the obvious security risks. The more people who know you have money, the higher your risk of theft, scams, and being targeted. There's a reason the ultra-wealthy hire security and live in gated communities. Showing off your money is like sending out an open invitation for problems you never had before. But the bigger danger is social. Suddenly, every interaction you have can start to feel like it's about money. That new friend who suddenly wants to hang out all the time, do they genuinely like you? Or do they just expect you to pay for everything? That distant relative who starts calling you every week, do they really miss you? Or did they just hear you came into some money? Money changes how people see you and how they treat you. A lot of wealthy people become incredibly lonely because they can't tell who genuinely cares about them and who is just interested in their resources. This is why you see so many high earners people making multiple six-figure incomes intentionally driving a Toyota Camry or a Honda Accord. They understand that your car doesn't need to be a billboard for your bank account. Living simply lets them build real relationships without money warping everything. Think about your friends right now. If they knew you were suddenly 10 times richer, would they still split the bill fairly? Would they complain about their money problems in the same way? Would they treat you exactly the same? Probably not. You ever wonder why many wealthy people tend to hang out with other wealthy people? It's not just arrogance, it's self-protection. When everyone in the group has similar financial means, the awkwardness around who pays and who's richer just disappears. Once you start showing off your wealth, you get trapped in what I call the appearance prison. You buy a luxury car, and then you feel like you need the designer clothes to match. Then you need a nicer house in a fancier neighborhood. Then you can only be seen at high-end restaurants and resorts. You're locked inside a prison of constantly maintaining an image for other people. You end up working harder and spending more just to feed that image, not for your own genuine happiness. Meanwhile, the stealth wealth folks are quietly stacking their assets, not burning their cash on status symbols. Let me give you a 3-level example of wealth. When you're poor, you cut your own grass. When you're middle class, you hire someone to cut your grass. When you're truly rich, you cut your own grass again. Why? Because you want to. Real wealth is the freedom to do what you actually enjoy without feeling like you have to live up to some template of what rich people do. True wealth builders realize that lasting happiness doesn't come from objects. It comes from experiences, relationships, and freedom over your time. A garage full of luxury cars also comes with insurance bills, maintenance costs, fear of scratches, and fear of theft. That isn't freedom. It's expensive stress. And when you think about it, the most important things in life are usually cheap or free. Time with your family and friends, a good night's sleep, a walk in nature, reading a book that changes your perspective, a deep conversation. None of that costs much. Money just makes those things easier to access. You can work less to spend more time with loved ones. You can travel and experience the world. You can pursue hobbies without worrying about the cost. The key is, you can enjoy all of that without anyone knowing you're rich. In fact, financial privacy often makes those experiences feel even more real. Imagine this. You're at your high school reunion. The guy who used to bully you is there, showing off his new Tesla and bragging about his corner office in a skyscraper. You're just standing there in your 5-year-old jeans. But you know deep down that you could buy the entire neighborhood he lives in without even checking your bank balance. That feeling is the hidden superpower of stealth wealth. You're like a financial superhero in civilian clothes. People treat you like a normal person because they have no idea you've escaped the money matrix they'd be still trapped in. I know a guy who got rich in real estate. He owns an entire development company. Every morning, he puts on his work boots, drives his old pickup truck to the job site, and eats lunch with the construction crew. They have no idea he's the owner. They just see him as one of the guys. Now, compare that to a contractor who pulls up in a brand new luxury truck. What happens? People immediately start demanding higher wages, assuming he's overcharging his clients. Who do you think has less stress and better relationships on the job? It's clearly the owner who looks ordinary. Another huge benefit of not showing off your wealth is that you get to see people as true character. You see who's kind to you when they think you're struggling. You see who helps you without expecting anything in return. You find out who hangs out with you because they actually like your company, not because they're looking for a sponsor. This insight is priceless. It helps you make better decisions about who to trust, who to partner with, and who to keep in your life. In contrast, the flashy person is constantly wondering, do they like me or do they like my money? There's a practical benefit to you avoid getting overcharged. When sellers think you're just a regular middle-class customer, you get more honest pricing. But the second they smell money, everything changes. The mechanic suddenly pushes a premium package you don't need. The contractor invents mandatory upgrades. The financial advisor steers you into HIFA products that benefit them more than you. There is an entire service ecosystem designed to extract money from the wealthy, and the first step is identifying who they are. Stealth wealth keeps you off their radar. I often hear the pushback. What is the point of being rich if you KUN enjoy it? My answer is this. Money isn't for impressing people. It's for buying options. It's for buying freedom. It's for reducing stress and living life on your own terms. None of those benefits require anyone else to know how much you have. Your happiest moments probably weren't about expensive things. They were about moments with loved ones, connecting with nature, or pursuing a passion. When you don't show off your money, those experiences feel more genuine, and your relationships feel more real. Think about travel. When you travel without needing to prove your status, you can actually experience the journey. You can stay in a simple place and explore local spots that most tourists miss. You can talk to locals more naturally because they don't see you as a walking wallet. You stop living like an actor for social media and just focus on what genuinely makes you happy. Plus, when you don't burn money on status symbols, you have more capital to invest. While other people are borrowing money to buy depreciating luxury cars, you're buying appreciating assets. Every dollar not spent on flexing is a dollar that can be put to work, compounding for decades. Over the long term, the wealth gap between the show-offs and the stealth wealth builders becomes absolutely enormous. This mindset also gives you an advantage in business. When nobody knows you're rich, you gain negotiation leverage. People don't automatically raise their prices for you. You're judged on your competence, not on assumptions about your wallet. I've seen wealthy entrepreneurs who negotiate tightly on every single deal, and their companies grow incredibly well because of it. Stealth wealth also protects you from the closest money vacuum of all, your friends and family. The moment they know you have money, reasons will magically appear for why you should share it. Friends might forget to split the bill. Coworkers might expect you to sponsor every party. It's not because they're bad people. It's just human nature. The solution isn't to cut off your relationships, it's to control the information about your finances. You can still be generous, but on your own terms, not because of others' expectations. Honestly, maintaining a wealthy image is exhausting. It's like being a celebrity who has to look perfect every time they step outside. You sign yourself up for a lifetime anxiety contract. And the people who are most impressed by flashy displays of wealth are usually the ones who KUN to afford that lifestyle themselves. Real wealthy people can almost always spot who's faking it. Some of the wealthiest people I know are incredibly frugal. They shop at Costco, use coupons, and drive their cars until the wheels are about to fall off. Not because they have to, but because they want to. They understand that every dollar not wasted is another dollar that's growing their wealth. They also understand hedonic adaptation, that thrill you get from a new luxury item fades fast. That new car is amazing for a week, but by month 3, it just feels normal. But you're still stuck with the payments. Finally, the stealth wealth mindset just helps you make smarter decisions and builds real financial confidence. Before any big purchase, you can ask yourself, do I truly need this? Or do I just want other people to see me with it? This simple question is a financial superpower. When your car breaks down, it's okay. An unexpected medical bill comes up. It's okay. You have a solid foundation. This confidence is a world away from the anxiety of someone living a flashy lifestyle on fragile credit. So, in short, when you get rich, stay quiet. Let other people play financial theater on the show-off stage. You should be building your wealth in silence, enjoying your freedom discreetly, and remembering that true wealth isn't about what you own, it's about what no longer owns you. The best kind of rich is the kind nobody sees coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.